Hello, TBR fans. Thank you for joining us for this very special episode of Talking About Rock. I'm Rob Edwards in Buffalo. Jerry Schmidt in Nashville is currently on assignment. We're very lucky and pleased to bring to you today an individual that continues to give back to his community. He's founded an amazing organization. Not only was he voted the best country rock drummer in Buffalo for 2013 and 2014, and the best rock drummer for 2018 and 2019, he's also started his own organization here in Buffalo, New York, the West New York Drummers for Homeless People. Please welcome to the show, Will Schulmeister. Will, how's it going?
Good, Rob. How you doing?
Excellent, my friend. Yeah, great. So this organization you got going, tell us how it came about, and tell us, how things have been going with it.
Well, they've been going very well. It came about, I learned at a very young age, from playing out and people always come into the shows and they're very appreciative. I mean, they're sitting there watching us, and I realized very young that these people make us. The people that come see us, they make us, and without them, we're nothing.
Right. If the fans aren't there, then there's no reason for the music. Right. Exactly.
Exactly. Yes. So, in all essence, that's our community. And I just thought, there's got to be a way that I can, or, we can give back to the community at some point. And I didn't know exactly how to go about that or what to do. So through the years, I thought I'd, try and make an organization where we could, come up with something to give back to the community. And for a long time, there's something I wanted to do, but I just didn't have the time. Playing, working, family, there just wasn't enough time.
Yeah. So you've been playing and drumming in bands for what? Quite a long while, I take it, right?
Well, 62 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
All through the Buffalo scene, through different bands and stuff, or?
Yes. We did play a little bit. I have played in Rochester, Erie, Pennsylvania, a few other cities, but mainly regionally.
And you were doing country at one time and then switched to rock, or?
Yeah, well, I jumped around. I did country for a while, and then I went back to rock, then I went to country again. It's just the way things fell apart. I do like both genres, and so I enjoyed it. And so it just depends. The band I'm in now, we do country and rock, so we do a little bit of both. So.
Excellent. So what was the catalyst to kind of really get this organization going for you?
Okay, well, what happened? I retired from my job, so now I had time, and I just tried. I just tried to think of what we should do, and I remember back I had a job where I worked outside in the inner city, and I was under bridges, by railroad tracks, and I ran into actually homeless cities. I ran into a lot of homeless people, and there is no. I mean, everybody, they're male, female, they're black, they're white, they're every creed you can think of, and they're human beings, they're people. And I thought that this would be something that we could help with. And so I knew that we're never going to cure homelessness.
Right.
Nobody will ever cure it. But what we can do is we can help these people on their way up to, finding help for themselves, so we can feed them, we can, give them warm clothes, give them a new pair of underwear, new pair of socks, make them feel good for, give them some dignity.
Right. The smallest, simplest things that we all take for granted every day. These people are struggling with just basic needs and not even having housing, let alone having clothes to wear or coats or socks. I know I've read some stuff online, and they say socks are the biggest things.
Yes, socks, underwear, and then there's other things you wouldn't even think of, and you do find out after doing this a while. Toiletries, soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, feminine products. They all need everything. They need everything. Cream, whatever we can give them. And,
right.
And just like you said, the simplest things in life, just make them, give them a little dignity and make them feel a little more comfortable, make them feel good about themselves a little. So maybe they get that extra push to, find the help they need.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I loved about living and growing up in Buffalo. It's such a tight-knit community. There's always activities going on. Obviously, our weather's not the greatest, but we all try to band together. And if there's a need for something, in Buffalo, folks definitely try to do that. And so, what actually how does your organization work? How do you have it set up, and what do you guys do?
Okay. Well, what we do, we first started out in 2018, late 2018, was around September. And I approached Dan Northrup. He owned Club 861. And I wanted to have a diaper party because diapers are very needed too for infants or toddlers.
Right. All that stuff's very expensive. Diapers, formula is crazy expensive.
It sure is, yeah.
Yeah.
And they need that too. So we planned an event. We got like 4 or 5 bands together that donated their time. They stepped up, and what we did was we made admission a box of diapers.
Okay.
And or you could bring cash. I believe it was $10 to get in, or a box of diapers.
Right. Cash always works, right? Sure.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So, and then what we did with the cash, we bought more diapers. So, and it turned out to be a great success. All the musicians came, all the bands played. We had a good time. We made some money and got a lot of items to donate. So after that, about 2 months after that, Buffalo Drummers had their Christmas party. So we did it again. We just set up, they had their party. All I did was set a barrel up for donations, and we filled the barrel.
Where was this at now?
That was also at Club 861.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Since then, I mean, they've closed since, but
right.
They were a big catalyst in helping get it off the ground. So the next year in 2019, I applied and got, I'm a 501c3 organization now.
Okay.
So that means we can collect money.
Okay.
I have corporate sponsors. I got National Fuel that's helping us with some money. Salvatore's helps us out with what they do is they give us their bar for a night, and we just have like a meet and greet there, and tell people what we do, what we're all about, and we get a percentage of the take for that night. So that's a big help too. We do have events, bigger events now, where we have them like at the Cove. We got one coming up April 24th.
Okay.
But
so you're a nonprofit, tax exempt status, I assume, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway, in 2019, we started to grow. We were doing great. Things were on the upswing, and then COVID hit.
Right, and put a monkey wrench into everything, everybody's plans. No one was going anywhere, and everybody was kind of scared for their own selves. We didn't know if we could go buy food, and then there was the toilet paper thing, and
oh yeah,
and
it was a mess. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, so we couldn't have any events,
right.
So we can't raise money. So what do we do?
Right.
I still had the corporate sponsorship, but we got these. They're boxes. You'll see. I have them in 35 different places.
Okay.
And believe it or not, that saved us through COVID.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Awesome.
It kept us alive. We didn't make as much as, of course, that we wanted to, but it kept us alive to live another year, which is this year.
So do you have those boxes like in music stores, I assume, places like that?
I have them in music stores. I have them in bars. I have them in liquor stores. We have them in fast food places, wherever we can, whoever will let us, and put it prominently out so it actually collects some money. Last year we collected over $5,000 just by those.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yes, and that's dimes, nickels, pennies, and dollars.
Right. Whatever people can afford to give. Right.
Right. And then I know when my band plays, and some of the other bands do it too, you know, they have a box, and, you know, sometime during the night, you know, we do a little 2-minute spiel, you know, asking if anybody wants to donate.
Hmm.
We get quite a few donations that way too. So it all worked. It's all working great. For a while there, we had all the drummers collecting items at their shows. So in other words, if, you know, I used to put out a list everywhere where everybody was playing,
Hmm.
you know, go ahead, bring a pack of diapers, bring a package of underwear, a package of socks, you know, and
Right.
they give them to the drummers. The drummers would contact me, and I'd hook up with them and, you know, collect them. But COVID kind of put the kibosh on that because nobody was playing.
Right. Right.
So yeah, we were.
So when you guys collect and stuff and you have items, do you distribute or do you have someone distribute for you, or how does that part work?
Well, I do it. My wife and I, we do it. We bring everything over here to our house, and we separate it out. Right now we have 4 different homeless shelters that we do service. So we divide everything out depending on the need. Each place has a different need, and some places don't need some things, some need others. And we go and just like last week, we went to all of them, and we had a truckload full of stuff, and we gave away everything, you know, plus cash. We gave 4 shelters. We gave them over $3,000 cash too.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was a big help, especially St. Luke's in Buffalo. It's our biggest one, and they service, you know, basically they're on the east side of Buffalo.
Right.
And I've been there, like I'll go there like at 11:30, 12 o'clock before they get too busy.
Mm.
And what it is, it's an old parish church complex. You know, there's a school, there's a church, and
Okay.
they use the school for feeding people. And I get there, and it doesn't matter what day you go, and the line is coming out of the basement of the school and goes all the way around the block. So
Yeah.
the need is definitely there, and they do a wonderful job. You know, God bless them. They really, I mean, they do a lot more than I'll ever be able to do.
Yeah. It's so great that we still have those places. I mean, there's such a need in our country. I mean, I wish they would concentrate on some of this stuff more. You know, I'm of the mindset of like, let's fix the things in our country first before we go, you know, run into other countries, helping them out fixing their stuff.
Exactly.
Definitely, you know, and
Yeah.
there's so many things involved with that. You know what I mean? Education, jobs, all kinds of things to try to move those things forward and get those people out of those situations, because that's what would do it. But they definitely need this help, and you're definitely you know, helping that by leaps and bounds. That's just amazing, you know.
Yeah, and they're all human beings, so it doesn't matter who they are or what they are. You know, we got to take care of each other. If we don't, you know, nobody else will.
Exactly. That's amazing. Yeah. So you've been doing it since when, you said? 20.
28 late fall of 2018.
Okay.
So, and 2020 was kind of I wouldn't say it was a waste, but it was a kind of a dead year.
It was a major setback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you have, what you said, there's something coming up on the 23rd, 24th?
Well, yeah, actually December 5th at the Christian, the drummers are having their annual, you know, they just get together at Christmas, you know, once a year, and we're getting together at the Christian on December 5th, which is a Sunday, and we'll have a table there, and we have merch now too. That's something new.
Great.
Yeah, I'll show you.
That's nice.
Yeah, we have something new. Drummers towels.
Awesome.
Every drummer has to have a towel, you know.
That's true. Very true. Yeah.
And we got souvenir drumsticks too now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Have you tapped into any of the other folks, like the professional folks, maybe to have them sign some stuff for you or anything?
Well, actually, yes. Friend of mine, Brian Hitt from Ariel Speedwagon, the drummer.
Mm-hmm.
He on our first event, he signed a drum for me. Gary Malabar also, who is a very well-known Buffalo drummer. He's a national, and he signed some items for us. So yeah, that is a big help, when we can auction something like that off. And
Excellent. Yeah.
And we're working on a few other musicians too, to sign guitars, that type of thing, at our upcoming event. But April 24th at the Cove, we're going to have a pretty big event. It's going to be a country one this time.
Okay.
And we're going to have a band about 5 years ago broke up, and it was Blood Money, and we're going to have a reunion concert.
Okay.
And opening for them will be West of the Mark.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to, this should be a very good and huge event. We should do very well, we hope.
Awesome. Awesome. Do you have any upcoming plans or things in the mix? Like if things work out to the summer, do you have any events that you're thinking about planning or putting together?
Yeah, we are working on some things. In fact, our organization is part of Buffalo Music Hall of Fame Heals, and there's 3 different charities, including ours, that belong to this. And Music to Remember, Robin Grandin, what she does is she hires musicians, singles, duos to go sing and perform at senior centers, memory care places. Music brings back a lot of memories to older people, and they really do appreciate it.
Definitely. I think music brings back to everyone. Definitely. That's the power of music. Definitely.
It sure is. And Tom Shue, he's a musician too. He plays in a band. He's a singer and a guitar player, and he has Bridget's Battle.
Okay.
And Bridget's Battle is what they do is they raise money for Roswell for breast cancer. So the 3 of us together are in Buffalo Music Hall of Fame Heals, and we have a combined events. And we're just in the planning stages now to plan one for the summer. No details yet, but people keep an eye out. We'll definitely have it all over the place. So we're going to do a couple in that respect.
Awesome. So you're also on the advisory board for the Buffalo Music Hall of Fame. I saw as well, right?
Yes, I am. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you're in on them coordinating the votes or coordinating the folks that are going to be inducted or thinking about being inducted.
Yeah. Well, my job primarily there at the moment is the people that I'm with the alumni committee. So we take care of the people that are already in.
Okay.
We get them to update their, their information, keep track of them, where they are, what they're doing, and try to get them to volunteer too as well. Doing things for the cause.
Now, are they trying to grow that organization? Because I just kind of tapped into that in the last couple of years to see what was happening with it, and I was wondering if that's going to be they're going to have a bigger footprint and try to make a little bit bigger splash with that,
Yes, absolutely. In fact, we just got our own building, and we're right next to Sportsman's on Hammer Street.
Right.
And we're right next door, and we're part of the complex there. So we're going to be visible right now. We do. It's not open to the public, but we do have meetings and that type of thing in there. So. But yeah, we're definitely want to get bigger. Next year is the 40th anniversary, so that's going to be another big event that we're planning.
Are you involved in the Musicians of Buffalo events also?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Because I know they're going to be playing at the stage. I think it's December 13th or 15th. I have to check the date, but I know there's going to be a show there with Billy Sheehan, Jesse Galante, Rob Liebel. And I think Jimmy Crane's going to be singing too. Yeah. So
that'll be a show. I mean, I'll be there. I'm not doing a lot, but I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be there that night too. Definitely. I want to say hi to everybody and stuff, and check out the show. It'll be a little different because they'll be doing their holiday tunes, and I think they'll be selling their Christmas CD at the show as well. So
yes, they will. Yeah, and yeah, it's really interesting work too. You get to know a lot of, what's going on in the music scene in Buffalo and actually all over the country because a lot of these guys are all over the place. Tomorrow night, we're actually having our induction gala. It's at Seneca One Tower, downtown Buffalo,
Okay, yeah.
and it's sold out, but we're inducting 9 people, and then the next night at the Cave, which is right by Sportsman's.
Yeah, nice place. I've been there, yeah.
Yeah, and we're having a concert for all the inductees that can perform or want to perform. They're coming in, and it'll be one show.
Yeah, I just saw that information about that at the Cave, yeah, with the current inductees. Yeah, is that a free show or?
No, it's I believe it's $15 tickets to get in, and I believe it's almost sold out too.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great venue. I was there, I think, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or whenever I saw Analog Kids play there, and I had never been there before. And from the outside, it just looks like an old Buffalo neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wasn't sure what to expect going inside. It's beautiful inside.
Yeah.
It reminds me like an old like whiskey bar type of thing, like a cigar bar inside. Really nice club. I really liked it a lot. Talked to the folks there for a while. It was cool. Yeah. Definitely.
And Dwayne Hall and his sons have really done a lot in that neighborhood, in that area. And if you have a show at the Cave, the sound is just awesome.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds really good in there.
Yeah, it was amazing. I was talking with I think the sound man for a while between sets, and he was telling me some of the stuff they had done in the building to get the sound kind of just right. And I'm glad they did that because I mean, for Analog Kids being a Rush tribute band, you got to definitely have your sound spot on. I mean, playing that music is no small thing either, but it really sounded nice in there. They definitely did a nice job. It's a really nice club. Yeah. I hope they continue to have different things going on there.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, so they really top notch.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Definitely. Well, I really love your organization. What you guys are doing. If there's more stuff that we can help you along with or do or spread the word on different things, please reach out to myself or the show and let us know. Things that are going on. Events that are happening.
Sure.
Different areas people can stop and donate. If you have a list of that, we can post that. Maybe we want to do some merch giveaways or something. Have a donation contest, do some merch giveaways if you want to do that. We're definitely open to that. I'll see if I can reach out to some folks I know. Maybe we can get some more merch signed for you and stuff. Okay. But it's great what you're doing. It's amazing. We know the need is there, huge. There's like you said, it's from all walks of life. White, black, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
There's definitely a huge need for it, and it's excellent that you're doing that. And it sounds like you're kind of doing it yourself and your wife. It's kind of like you guys are taking the ball. And do you need help? Do you need other folks to help? Donate time. Is that something you're looking for too?
Yeah, we reach out every once in a while. Like at our shows, we need volunteers, and believe it or not, we do get some people like, and for example, like somebody like Tom Foote, he owns Cymbal Haven. He makes cymbals out of old cymbals. He makes new ones out of them, and that type of thing. And he gives 10% a month of his sales to us. We got people reaching out like that. We got Paul Muselli from Buffalo Drum Outlet. He just retired, so he closed it, but he's still very active in the community. He was at a warehouse. I don't know what he was doing there exactly, but he came across a pallet of wipes, and he got them very cheap. He bought the pallet of wipes and he donated them to shelters in our name. And there's so many people out there doing that type of thing. We got Tim Thompson out there in Hamburg. We got John Angelucci and Lockport Drum Shop and in Lockport help, they just come forward, Bill Mason with the Buffalo Drummers, and, a lot of bands, I don't know if you're familiar with the bands that do our events. I mean, they do them free of charge. And
Right. Donate their time. Right.
A blessing, Celtic Cross, West of the Mark, Debbie Knight from the Night Crew. She put a few things together for us.
Yep. I know Debbie. She's been on the show with the Night Crew. Yep.
Right. Powerhouse, Robin Grandin, Silver Extreme, all the quite a few. There's many more. And then also Drum Days. I don't know, did you ever hear the Ted Reinhardt Drum Days?
No, I'm not familiar with that one yet.
Okay, every year in August, it's at Old Man River.
Okay.
It's a drum festival. Think of it as a like a car show, like a classic car show.
Right.
Only it's all drums. It's all
drums. Nice.
Yeah, and all the guys, they bring their drums and they set up, and we all play together.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
That's amazing. Do you have any footage from any of those events like that?
I do, but I'm not handy, but I could get you some.
Yeah, definitely. If you have stuff like that, to send me and stuff, we could put something together. That would be great. I wish we had something to present to the folks tonight to show something like that. That would have been killer. That would have been great. And you're still playing in a band currently, right? While you're doing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
You're still got a band going also, right?
Well, yeah, I do. I'm in a band that's my band. It's Under Arrest. My wife's in the band too. She's a lead singer, keyboard player. And we also do a duo. And I do other stuff too, like tomorrow night or Thursday at the Cave, I'm actually playing drums for one of the inductees, Robin Grandin. And, I'm doing things like that. I filled in, if somebody needs a drummer and I'm available, I'll go out and do it.
That's excellent.
I'm very active playing still.
That's cool. I've noticed that in bands, at least the bands that I've seen within the last year or so, it's a very different atmosphere in the Buffalo music. Like back in the day, kind of bands were kind of by themselves. They wouldn't help out other bands or go see other shows and kind of just support other bands. That's not the way it is now at all. Yeah. I was at a show this past spring, I think it was, and the show that was going on, the singer had some issues going on, and there was someone else at the show from another band took over and helped finish the show. Otherwise, they would have had to stop it short. I was just floored by that. That was just great. And it turned out to be an amazing show. And it's just so cool to see that the bands they kind of got each other's backs a little bit. And I know some of the tribute bands we've interviewed kind of do the same thing. If they're in like a KISS tribute band and their ace is can't make it or not feeling well, they'll call ace from another tribute band or something like that, and he'll play with them. Or it really amazed me to see that there's this network of going on of things like that. So cool. You know what I mean?
I go out, I go see other bands all the time, and I see all kinds of other musicians from different bands, just out checking everybody out, see what's going on. And like you said, they're willing to help each other too, as far as, getting jobs. Hey, I see you played here. Who do I contact there? People help each other. Years ago, it wasn't like that. It was like, find out yourself, Right.
They kept it to themselves, and whoever was booking them or promoting for them, you kind of had to get to know whoever it was and kind of work your way up to the different bars and stuff like that. But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
and the club owners today too will work with you too. I mean, they'll give people a chance.
Yeah, it's a different atmosphere now because they really want the bands to be playing at their venues, right? To get the people in when they can,
right. Yeah, and with COVID, hopefully that won't be around too much longer, and because that keeps some people away. People that normally go out, they're not coming; they're just staying home. But it's not the band's fault or the club's fault. It's just the way it is today.
Right, and some of the clubs they're making the changes they need to make, especially here in New York State. Some now there's places where you have to show your vaccination card. You know,
Right.
and they started, was it last week or this week? I'm not sure. You know, you need to wear a mask if you're indoors, and, you know, other states have been doing that for a little while and stuff. And I know there's a lot of back and forth about the whole
Yeah.
mask thing and
Yeah.
vaccination thing. And, you know, in my opinion, we just need to get through it. We need to be done with it. Whatever we need to do to get by this and get people back to doing what they do, back to work, back to playing music. You know, that's kind of one of the reasons why we started the show. When we started seeing that, you know, resurgence a little bit, finally, people are getting to see live music, and it's like, hey, okay, folks, you need to go out and support these bands. You need to go out to these venues if you want this music around. You
Right.
got to go and check it out, or it's going to be gone. You know, if you're not just going to sit home on your TV and watch it stream, it's not the same experience. You know, it's not like being there live, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing like live.
Yeah, but the stuff you're doing, that's amazing, man. That's just so cool. It's so great to speak to you, you know, about doing this. Like I said, please reach out to us and let us know things that are going on, you know, and what we can do here at Talking About Rock. If we can help out and spread the word about different things you have going on, or different needs, or anything like that, you know, please let us know.
Okay.
You know, and maybe like I said, maybe we could set something up and do some merch giveaways, or do some drives, or whatever fun drives or whatever for you. We can talk about something like that. That would be great. Yeah, we'd love to do something like that with you.
Okay. That'd be great. And I'd like to just thank all the musicians out there, our drummers, and all the musicians that have helped out so far. They've been really great, and they really came forward. And without them, you know, in their word of mouth of telling everybody what's going on too, it's really a blessing. And you know, please don't forget the homeless, because they're out there this time of year. They're, you know, they're cold, they're hungry. You know, be at least kind to them if you run into them. And it's sad because it's funny because I was at Guitar Center one day, and I come out, it was in the afternoon, and there was nobody around. All of a sudden there's a guy standing there, and, you know, he asked me for money, and I rolled down the window and I said, are you homeless? You know, and he said, yes. And I'm talking to him, and I said, well, why don't you go to the shelter? I could tell you where to go. He goes, they won't let him. This was a little while ago. They wouldn't let him in because of COVID. And he's right. They did close a lot of the shelters because of COVID. And, you know, so whenever I talk to them, I always, I look into their eyes, you know, and I ask them if they want the money for drugs or alcohol, or what they really want it for.
Right. You're hoping that's not the case, right?
Right. Yeah. And so you know, you get to know and get to read them, you know. And so, you know, I gave him $10, and he goes, I just want to go to Burger King, get something to eat, which was right down the street.
Right. Do you know if they're starting to do any of the vaccinations at any of the shelters yet? If that's something that's going on?
That I don't know. I really don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I would think that would be like a no-brainer. That's, you know, part of what they need to start doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And part of the problem is there too is a vast majority of homeless people are mentally ill, and they're afraid of everybody too.
Right.
So
Right.
they're afraid of getting a shot. They're afraid to go to the doctor. So, you know, that's a challenge that they will have to come across at some point.
Yep. They'll have to figure that out. Well,
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
well, bless you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. It's such a great thing, really. It's so good to speak with you. You know, like I said, I love what you're doing. It's so great. We have such a great community here in Buffalo. You know, people always get together for different causes. We don't have a lot of money here, but we try to do what we can with what we have.
Exactly.
You know, so thank you so much for being with us on the show. We really appreciate it. And is there a website or anywhere folks can check out or donate?
Yeah, well, we're on Facebook, Western New York Drummers for Homeless People Incorporated, and there's a donation button on there. Or you can go to www.drumforthehomeless.com. There's a donation button on there. And also there's an address on there if you want to send a check in. That's cool too. And we do take Venmo. We're on Venmo
Cool.
at Western New York Drummers -1.
Excellent. Great. So folks, go and check that out. And if you have questions or comments for us, please feel free to email us at talkingaboutrock@gmail.com. Please like us and follow us on Facebook, and check out our YouTube channel for this interview and other up and coming interviews. Well, it was so good to speak to you. Keep moving forward on what you're doing. It's great. We hope we check in with you more and see what's happening.
All right, Rob. Nice talking to you today.
You too, man. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thanks for everything.